Now guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriorstrade, the dynasty that has ruled this league for the better part of a decade, have just made a move that nobody saw coming. And when I say shocking, I mean one of those jaw-dropping, stop what you're doing kind of moments. It's the type of decision that could redefine not only this season, but potentially the future of the franchise, the locker room dynamics, and even the legacy of this Warriors dynasty. So sit back because we're about to break down exactly what just went down, why it's shaking up the NBA, and what it really means for Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, and the rest of this squad. First, let's put it into context. Their Warriors have been under immense pressure this season. They've had ups and downs, stretches where they looked like contenders, and stretches where they looked like they might not even make it out of the play-in. That inconsistency has been weighing on the front office, and ownership has been getting restless. For a team with championship DNA, anything short of contending for a title feels like a failure. And the whispers around the league have been getting louder about whether the dynasty is over, whether Curry is wasting the last prime years of his career, whether Steve Kerr can still command this roster, and whether the Warriors need to hit the reset button before it's too late. Well, today their Warriors answer those whispers with action, and the move they just pulled off is leaving analysts stunned. Multiple reports confirm that Golden State has finalized a deal that shakes up their roster in a way that nobody predicted. We're talking about a front office decision that instantly changes the balance of the team, reshuffles the rotation, and sends a message to the league. Their Warriors are not done, and they are willing to take big risks to prove it. Now, the shocking part isn't just the deal itself. It's who's involved. Because this isn't some minor depth signing or a 10-day contract. No, this is about a core player, a fan favorite, someone that the Bay has grown attached to. Their Warriors just made the incredibly difficult decision to move on from a piece of their championship puzzle. And if you thought they were going to play it safe, think again. This was bold. This was ruthless. This was a win-now gamble that proves the front office knows time is ticking with Curry, and they're not wasting any more seasons trying to balance development with chasing banners. Let's talk about reactions because the ripple effects were immediate. Warriors fans on social media were absolutely blindsided. Within minutes, you had Dub Nation divided. Some praising the front office for finally making a gutsy call to maximize Curry's window, and others furious, saying this could blow up the chemistry and tear apart the identity that made Golden State great in the first place. And outside of the Bay, NBA insiders were scrambling to process it. National reporters are calling it one of the most surprising mid-season decisions in recent memory. Rival teams. They're now re-evaluating everything because when the Warriors shift gears, the whole league feels it. But why now? That's the big question. From what's being reported, their Warriors had been exploring options for weeks. Behind closed doors, there was a sense that the roster, as it stood, wasn't enough to contend with the likes of Denver, Boston, Milwaukee, or even the rising powers in the West like Minnesota and Oklahoma City. Yes, Curry can still light it up like an MVP. Yes, Draymond brings elite defense when he's locked in, but beyond that, the pieces weren't clicking. Jonathan Kuminga has emerged as a star in the making, but it became clear that Golden State couldn't keep trying to balance youth development with winning championships in real time. Something had to give. So, their Warriors pulled the trigger. And make no mistake, this was about sending a signal to Curry. Because if there's one thing this organization cannot afford, it's letting their superstar feel like they're wasting his twilight years. Stephen Curry is still playing at an elite level, and the Warriors know they need to surround him with the right pieces to contend. And today's move is a direct reflection of that urgency. The front office is essentially saying, "We hear you. We see the clock ticking. We're not content with mediocrity. We're going all in. And that's why this is so shocking, because it's not just about the player they brought in or the one they sent out. It's about the statement it makes. The dynasty is not dead. Not yet. And the Warriors are refusing to quietly fade away. Now, let's break down how this impacts the rest of the roster. For Curry, this means more help, more support, and less pressure to carry the scoring load every single night. For Draymond Green, it's going to be a test of leadership, because with a big move like this, the locker room dynamics shift and it's on him to set the tone defensively and emotionally. For Klay Thompson, it's motivation. His future with the team has already been uncertain, and a move like this shows that the Warriors aren't afraid to reshape things, even if it means saying goodbye to long-tenured players. And for Kuminga, it's clarity. He's no longer just a young piece. He's central to this new chapter. But let's not sugarcoat it. There are risks. Moves like this always carry the possibility of backfiring. Chemistry is fragile, especially with a team that has built so much success on trust, unselfishness, and culture. If the new addition doesn't fit, if the locker room fractures, or if the gamble doesn't translate into playoff success, then this could go down as the moment where the dynasty truly unraveled, and fans know it. That's why this news hit so hard, because it feels like the Warriors are walking a tightrope between extending their run or watching it collapse. And the timing of this bombshell is also crucial. Their Warriors are heading into the stretch run of the season where every game matters. Playoff seeding, momentum, health, all of it is on the line. And by making this move now instead of waiting for the off-season, the front office is signaling urgency. They don't want to waste any more time experimenting. They want answers, and they want them immediately. Around the league, rival teams are already reacting with concern. Because even though the Warriors have had their struggles, nobody underestimates them when it comes to playoff basketball. They've proven time and time again that when the lights are brightest, they know how to win. And with this move, their Warriors just injected new life into their chances. Whether you love it or hate it, you can't deny it. Golden State just reminded the NBA that they are not to be ignored. Then we could be looking at a very different Warriors team next year, with questions about Kerr, about Klay's future, and about whether it's finally time to rebuild. Either way, one thing is for sure, their Warriors just made this season a whole lot more interesting. The NBA thrives on drama, and no team does drama quite like Golden State. From the highs of championships to the lows of injuries and suspensions, this team always finds a way to stay at the center of the story. And today, they're once again the headline. So, Dub Nation, buckle up, because this shocking move is only the beginning of what promises to be an unforgettable ride. Their Warriors have thrown down the gauntlet. They've made their choice, and now the rest of the league and the entire NBA world is watching closely to see if the gamble pays off.